Lahat ng drama, lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Ngamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is Cool News at 6.
Good afternoon. Good evening, and welcome to Cool News at 6. I am Cairo. Let's begin with the headlines. Let me just put my plate real quick. There we go. All right. Where do we start here? Okay, so, whoops, later for that one. Okay, let's begin with the headlines for this hour. A portion of a road in Pasig City will be closed on Sunday, the Pasig City Public Information Office announced. In an advisory on Thursday, the office said that the road closure will be on a part of Fairlane Street, particularly the area between corner Brixton Street to corner Santa Monica Bridge in Barangay Capitolio from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, August 4. This is to accommodate the hauling and transferring of 40-footer reefer vans for the RFM Corporation Kaka Builders Corporation project. Motorists are urged to take West Capitol Drive and other alternative routes during the activity. Senators on Thursday grilled Department of Public Works and Highways Chief Manuel Bononan over the lack of an integrated national flood control master plan despite current flooding in the country. During the Senate Committee on Public Works hearing, Bonan said several master plans exist in 18 major river basins which are in various preparation stages. I have taken a look in all these river basins, and most of them, the master plans are still currently being updated at this point in time, taking into account the climate change phenomenon and other factors that have to be incorporated in the master plan, he added. This did not sit well with Senator Amy Marcos. So there is an admission on the part of the TBWH that, in fact, a national flood control master plan still does not exist. Is that all right? Is that right? Because these are all separate. This is not even aligned with the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority. Even our local government units have their own. Is that what's happening? She said a mix of Filipino and English. Also, for the environment, the interventions have they already been provided, or are we still in the process of study? As some mentioned in the NDP National Experiment program would indicate most feasibility studies only. Which of these are complete and integrated? She added. Bonan said the master plans are some of the master too. There was much of Manila building code. I think even the Supreme Court's my beach, then we, she said. How are this point, Joel will what flood control master granted the plus that adding that William agreed. For example, now in Metro Manila, which is, it appears that the one Amy is coming from. If the other barangay would be flooded. Other passengers into the head presiding over Thursday's hearing of the Senate Committee on Public Services on the state of the country's airports. Senator Rafi Tulfo pressed the MIAA for an update about his proposal to tighten security measures for the processing of VIP passengers similar to those for regular travelers. Until now, there is still no processing center at the airport for VIP passengers on private and chartered airplanes going abroad. Why? He asked, directing his question to MIAA General Manager Eric Innes. Unlike regular travelers, these VIP passengers go directly to the plane from their SUV or limousine without undergoing the usual inspection processes, the senator said. Tulfo then gave the MIAA an ultimatum to act on his proposal. I want a processing center. I will call you here every day if this is not implemented by the end of the year or at least by next year, he said. Innes later informed the Senate body that they have already deployed security guards to check on all passengers entering the airports. The security guard team is composed of the airport police department and that is backed up by the PNP. All IDs are being checked in the general aviation area, he added. But Tulfo was not satisfied, calling for stricter measures by making sure VIP passengers are first and their belongings are truly inspected to prevent them from smuggling contraband. It was at this point that the MIAA chief disclosed that most of these VIPs are in government. Currently, most of those entry are, if I may say so, are so-called VIPs in the government, and I hope this does not offend anyone. Tulfo pressed the official to name names. Who are they? Don't be afraid. What are the names of these government officials? Go ahead, mention the names, the senator said. Please give me the list if you are afraid, he added. Innes promised to share the names with the senator. Tulfo went on to lambast government VIPs. What makes them so special? Well, those who voted for them to go through the process and other court stringent checks. Meanwhile, these appointed ordinary people are given super VIP treatment? Heck no. It should not be that way, he said. And it is not a bad matter to remove some of Vice President Sara Duterte's security personnel, according to Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remula. This was his response when asked for a comment on Duterte's appealed for protection for her family following the recall of 75 police officers from her personal protection team. There were 400 security personnel assigned to her. There are still about 320 security personnel assigned to her, Remulla said at the Kapisahan session with reporters on Thursday. I don't think it's a bad matter to reduce some of the personnel, he added. Remulla also pointed out that Duterte has more security personnel than President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. She still has over 300 bodyguards, which is bigger than the president's security, the Department of Justice chief said. In a Facebook post on Tuesday, Duterte said she hoped for her family's safety as she thanked Senators Ronald De La Rosa, Robin Padilla, and Bongo for the support after the Philippine National Police pulled out 75 cops from her security group. Don't worry about me, and you don't need to contribute money for my security. Working in the government means sacrificing one's life for the people. We all know it's part of the service. The office of the Vice President has yet to issue a comment on Remulla's statement. It is 6:11 in the evening, which is 11 minutes past 6, and koolNews at 6. We'll be right back. Welcome back to koolNews at 6. Let's continue with the headlines. The Office of the Vice President's OPP proposed budget for 2025 is 2.37 billion pesos, the Department of Budget and Management DBM said on Thursday. According to DBM Chief Amena Pagadaman, the OVP's proposed budget is 8% higher than its 1.874 billion pesos budget for 2024. 188.5 million pesos is allocated for personal services, 1.79 billion pesos for maintenance and other operating expenses, and 56 million pesos for capital outlay, she added. The OVP does not have confidential and intelligence fund allocation for next year. The OVP had previously given up 500 million pesos in confidential and intelligence funds for the OPP in the 2024 national budget. The Department of Budget and Management on Thursday said the first tranche of the salary increase for government workers will begin this year. According to DBM Secretary Amanda Pagadaman in a palace briefing, 70 billion pesos has already been set aside in the proposed budget for 2025 for the first tranche of the salary increase. We want to start the first tranche of our salary increase this year, said Pagadaman, as she explained that the salary increase will run until 2027. So that's 4 tranches until 2027, and as of now po, we are perfecting the executive order po, and we are hoping for the issuance of the executive order soon po, she added. When asked if the increase would be applied retroactively from January 2024, Pagadaman responded in the affirmative, January yes, she said. It was during his third State of the Nation address where President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. announced that salary increases await government employees, which will be delivered in 4 tranches. Meanwhile, Pagadaman announced in the same briefing that 9.6 billion pesos has also been set aside in the proposed budget to fund medical allowance for government workers. With this, Pagadaman said a 7,000 pesos medical allowance in subsidy will be provided to each government employee annually starting in 2025. Now let's get into international news, as the Israeli military on Thursday announced that Hamas military chief Mohammad Deif had been killed in a strike it carried out last month in Gaza's southern area of KhanYunus. The military's confrontation it had killed Deif comes a day after the killing of Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, which was announced by the Iranian Revolutionary Guards and Hamas. The IDF Israeli army announces that on July 13, 2024, IDF fighter jets struck in the area of KhanYunus, and following an intelligence assessment, it can be confirmed that Mohammad Deif was eliminated in the strike, a military statement said. Deif initiated, planned, and executed the October 7th massacre, the military said, of the Hamas attack on southern Israel that resulted in the death of 1,197 people, according to an agent's France Presse tally based on official Israeli figures. Health authorities in Hamas-run Gaza said at the time of the July 13th strike that it killed more than 90 people, but Hamas denied Deif was among them. The suspected 2,000-pound bomb, or 900 kilograms, around the house where Deif was said to have taken refuge where one of his deputies had left a giant crater. The head of the Izzadin al-Qassam brigades, Hamas armed wing, Deif had been among Israel's most wanted men for nearly 3 decades and on the U.S. list of international terrorists since 2015. The military said Deif had over the years carried out several attacks against Israel. Deif operated along with Yahya Sinwar, the head of Hamas in Gaza, the military said. During the war, he commanded Hamas terrorist activity in the Gaza Strip, by issuing commands and instructions to senior members of Hamas military wing, it added. During the Hamas attack, militants also seized 251 people. 111 are still held captive in Gaza, including 39 military states are dead. Israel's retaliatory military campaign since then has killed 39,480 people, according to the health ministry in Hamas-run Gaza, which does not provide details of civilian and militant deaths. A bomb exploded in a tea house in a village in northeast Nigeria, killing 19 people and wounding 2,000 more in the second major attack in a few weeks, security sources said on Thursday. The Wednesday night blast in Kawuri village in Borno State was one of the deadliest in recent years in northeast Nigeria, where violence from a grinding jihadist conflict has been on the decline. There was an explosion at the TGON in Kawuri around 8 p.m. yesterday. We have recovered 19 dead bodies and 27 injured. Ibrahim Liman, a member of an anti-jihadist military that works for the army, told Agence France Press. Two other military men confirmed the toll in Karori, around 50 kilometers from the state capital, Maiduguri. The attack came just weeks after multiple suicide attackers killed 32 people in Borno State's Iwosa area when they targeted a wedding, a hospital, and a funeral. No group has claimed responsibility for one state's blast or the Iwosa attacks, but the Boko Haram jihadist group and their rivals Islamic State West Africa province are both active in Borno. Large bomb attacks in towns have become rare since the army pushed militants back from territory they control at the height of the conflict in 2014, although they still carry out assaults and ambushes in rural areas. Tackling insecurity was one of the priorities for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he came to office more than a year ago. Nigeria's armed forces are also fighting heavily armed gangs in the country's northwest. And in entertainment showbiz news, former Big Brother housemate Frankie Roswell's dreams of taking part in the Miss Universe pageant have once again faced a roadblock after the franchise holder in New Zealand failed to comply with a specific order from the Miss Universe organization. The actress beauty queen was supposed to represent New Zealand in the global competition's 73rd edition later this year in Mexico in the bid to succeed Shanice Palacios of Nicaragua. An image showing a supposed statement from the country's Miss Universe franchise holder circulated online on Wednesday, July 31, saying as a result of our team's non-compliance with a specific order from the Miss Universe organization, we have decided to cancel the franchise held by TGON PR for Miss Universe New Zealand for 2024. A representative from the House of TGON later confirmed the veracity of the document to Inquirer.net. Public relations petitioner and publisher Josh TGON of TGON PR holds the Miss Universe franchises for Bahrain, Egypt, and Pakistan. In March, he flew to Manila to introduce Roswell as the Miss Universe New Zealand title holder who will compete in the 2024 Miss Universe pageant. Observations for pageant followers online to point to Roswell's rescue movie scenes as the supposed reason for her current predicament. The Filipino Kiwi actress and model has not released an official statement regarding the recent development, but she has already removed Miss Universe New Zealand from her social media profile. And we have some important announcements regarding the significant changes to Cool FM, which we will announce it now. So, in coming weeks, as My Telegram will be reaching its finale in 4 episodes, which will take place tomorrow and August 3, along with August 9 and 10. My Telegram will be moving to 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., temporarily preempting Lisa Mogabat's Pop Fridays and Chit Chit's Tambayan ni Chit Chat, which means Starting tomorrow, koolNews at 6 will permanently extend its time slot to 1 hour, which means this will be our last 30-minute newscast of koolNews at 6, as we will be extending our koolNews at 6 to 1 hour starting tomorrow, before my Tulugan. With that out of the way, we will also have more changes we will explain later on Asper's Cafe, but for now, these are details we can share you right now. And that is it for koolNews at 6. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com, and we will be back with our headlines later with koolNews Prime Time at 9 p.m. tonight. Until then, I am Cairo. Good evening.